Hello and welcome everybody, what is going on? So I just wanted to make a quick video on just my thoughts on this season, basically our goals for the season, what my personal goals are for this season, and I'm doing this because officially, you can technically say officially the season starts on Friday, because I know everyone considers the Bundesliga the official start of our season, not the DFB Pokal, not the DFL Super Cup. It is the Bundesliga, and that's basically the most important competition, I think, for many reasons. First of all, it is the competition that shows that you've been consistent. It is the competition that shows that you've been battling all the teams in your league, and it's the competition that ultimately is the fairest. And therein lies the thing. It's the fairest. It's supposed to be the most justified. It's basically, if you're consistent, if you're good, if you're a good team, if you're consistently good, then you deserve to win it. And ultimately, that's why I want to start with the Bundesliga. The Bundesliga should be our main goal, as always. I know a lot of people, they always say it's treble or nothing. If we don't get a treble, we might as well just quit. The season has been a failure. I've never been of that opinion. I'm not at all. This is perhaps the best Bayern team that we've ever had. Perhaps maybe you could say the 70s, but I probably think this is like the best Bayern team we have ever had, just because we're all round really stacked, we're all round looking really good. So I'm gonna say this is the best Bayern team that we've ever had, but I don't expect them to win the Champions League every single year, because I know that that's pretty much impossible. But I'll get into the Champions League later. I want to talk about the Bundesliga right now. The Bundesliga. Now, a lot of people expect us to be first, and obviously, looking at the last four years, we've been always first. The last 4 or 5 years, we've always been first, and so it's kind of expected. But not exactly. I think it's a bit harsh to just expect to become first. What I really care more about, and I know I said that obviously the Bundesliga is the most important because it shows consistency, but ultimately what I care about the most is not so much the titles. The title I care about most is the Champions League, let's be realistic, but like I said, that's the most prestigious one. But the thing I care about the most is good football. That's ultimately my goal, good football. To watch the team that I enjoy the most and then just see good football. To watch the team that I support and just see good football. That's exactly what I want to see. And that's exactly my goal with my goal for the season. That's my overall goal for this season, right? But for the Bundesliga, I'd say the top two, it has to be top two, just looking at the squad. Now, we've got a new coach, obviously, but we're still the heavy favourites, and ultimately I do think we should be winning the Bundesliga, unless something catastrophic happens, unless we get like 5 or 6 injuries in key positions. Let's say we get 5 injuries in centre-back positions, and all the substitute centre-backs, I'm literally putting air quotes here, the quote-unquote, the air quotes, substitute centre-back, such as Alaba and Kimmich, centre-backs that aren't centre-backs, and even they get injured. If that's the case, then okay, I'll be like, what, anything that we get is ultimately a good thing. Anything that we get is going to be good at this point. But ultimately I do expect us to get top 2. I think the Bundesliga, we should be winning it, just because of our squad and just because of our player. We have the best players in the world, I'd say. We have the best squad in the world, and that's why we should be winning the Bundesliga. Of course, it's not going to be that easy, but we'll see. Ancelotti has a terrible record for leagues, but we'll see how that goes with him at Bayern. But, ladies and gentlemen, let's move on. The DFB Pokal. Now, the DFB Pokal. Ultimately, you're looking at the cup, and seriously, I'm getting like 50 messages right now. But you're looking at the cup, and you're thinking, what can you possibly get? Because it's a one-match cup ultimately, and one-match cups are always difficult, because if you have a really bad day against a really good team, you're going to be out. So that's very difficult to handle. It's very difficult to predict what's going to happen, because like I said, one bad day and it's over. One bad day and you're finished. What do you need? You need a little bit of luck, and a little bit of talent. We have the talent, we have the players, we need the luck. Do we get the luck? We usually have luck. The Bayern doozle, okay? It's always there. It's part. But I know that technically doesn't exist, but we need a little bit of luck, and I think until we face like a really good team, we don't really need that luck. But once we face something along the lines of Leverkusen, who I think will do an excellent season this season, or the likes of Dortmund, the likes of Schalke, once we Gladbach, once we face those kind of teams, we need a little bit of luck, and ultimately that's what we'll have to get if you want to win the cup. Now the final, I'm not going to talk about finals specifically, because a final is a one-off game, and anything can happen in a final. But ultimately, you know, we need a little bit of luck here and there. But ultimately, I do see us at least getting semi-finals. That's my target, at least semi-finals. So for the DFB Pokal, I do think that the semi-finals should be our target. But moving on from the DFB Pokal, let's go to the Champions League. Now, the Champions League is obviously the most prestigious competition. It's the one that everyone wants to win, and the one that only one person can win. One person out of all the teams, one person out of all these quality players, only one team can win it, and the team that has to win it this season has to be Bayern. Now, I'm not saying that because I think we will win it. I'm saying that because I want to win it. And who do I think will win it? Us. You know, that's just my thoughts. I think that we will win it this season. I think we have the right man. We have a Champions League expert in Ancelotti. Maybe he's an expert because he's been a coach for so long. Maybe not. But so far, you know, we've looked pretty good under him. Not like a Champions League winning side at all so far. But we have looked pretty good. We have scored the goals, and we have looked really solid defensively. So if we can just keep those things consistent in the Champions League, you know, and have a good away record, that's the most important thing this season, having a good away record and a good home record, then I think we can win it. Now, who are the main challengers for the Champions League this season? I'm going with like the teams that I always kind of think are in the mix, which are obviously us, Barca, Real Madrid. And then after that, you have the second row of teams, which I think this season, I might be, you know, overstretching it a little bit here, but I think the second row of teams right now is PSG, Juventus, Atletico, and Dortmund. I do think Dortmund is in that kind of ballpark. And then the third set of team, you have the likes of Manchester City. You know, you have, well, if they qualify, but I think they're basically guaranteed to qualify at this point. You have the likes of Manchester City, Sevilla. Sevilla. You know, like the kind of like the third string of teams that, you know, that should be in there, that should be getting to the quarters at least. But anything beyond that, you know, you're only saying they've had a really good season. So Champions League, you know, like I said, the top three contenders are obviously us, Barca, and Real. Now, looking at all three teams, none of those three teams, Barca, Real, Bayern, have made any huge signings this summer, which just shows that the teams are already set. They know what's happening. They know what's going on. All there is right now is to play the football. All there is right now is just show it on the pitch. So you're looking at Real Madrid. Who have they signed this season? I don't think anyone actually. You know, normally they have one marquee signing each season. They didn't have that this season. Look at us. We have signed two players, in Sanchez and Hummels, but they were bought early in the summer, and Hummels you can kind of understand with Benatia leaving, Renato Sanchez with Roda leaving, you could say that he's coming in as well. So we basically just replaced players. We didn't really, you know, improve our squad, although we did. But we didn't really, you know, improve our overall squad. We just improved the key positions that we have. So looking at Barca, I don't think they've signed anyone, to be fair. I think they were looking at like a few players, but I don't think they've actually signed anyone. They've lost a few players, but they haven't signed anyone as far as I'm aware of. So none of those teams have really made a marquee signing. It just shows that the margin right now, there aren't that many players that can really improve such a huge squad. You can either get talents, or you can spend 80-90 million on someone that's really established already, and none of those teams have done it. So it's just the way it is right now. But like I said, my goal for the Champions League is at least semi-final. Obviously, I'm hoping for the win. Obviously, I mean, what kind of question is that, right? I'm hoping for the win, of course. But the goal should be at least semi-final. So what is the goal ultimately for me for this season? It is Champions League semi-finals, DFB Pokal semi-finals, and Bundesliga at least top two. And we should be winning the Bundesliga unless something big happens. Unless, like I said, unless we have like 5 or 6 injuries in key positions that we can't recover from. If that is the case, okay, you know, okay. At that point, I'll be like, okay, you know what? If you have that many players out for Bundesliga season, then there's nothing you can do. Ultimately, you know, you're screwed. But unless something like that happens, I think we should be winning the Bundesliga, and anything else, we should be at least be getting the semi-finals. But that's just my opinion, ladies and gentlemen. Tell me what you guys think in the comment section down below. I know the kind of comments I'm going to get. I know people are going to say, well, Bundesliga, we should be winning that by December. DFB Pokal, we should be cruising. We should be beating every team 8-0 at least. And at Champions League, we should be beating every team 7-0 at least. That's just what we're going to do this season. It's a treble, or Ancelotti can leave. I know people are going to say that, something along those lines. But like I said, I don't agree with that. I think, you know, football, you need a little bit of luck, which we didn't have last season at all. You know, with last season, we should have at least gotten to the finals, right? The Champions League, we didn't have that little bit of luck. But that's just the way it is. That's just the way football is. You know, you can't force luck. You can only keep trying until luck becomes yours ultimately. But I'm hoping it's the season. Like I said, I'm hoping it's the season. But that's just my thoughts. So, ladies and gentlemen, tell me what you guys think in the comment section down below. What should be our goals? What should be our targets for this season? Ultimately, I'm hoping for good football. That's the main thing. But that's just the way it is, ladies and gentlemen. As always, you can rate, comment, favorite, subscribe. Peace out, and have a nice day. Bye.